say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Delaware Blue Hens, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field.
They got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After that last one, they need 13. Back to throw, it's Aller. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Penn State! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
I think that pass play is simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that's
up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage.
And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And now the lead is even bigger.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem, big.
Defenseless position like that, that penalty's going to give the offense a first down. They'll move the tight end. Going for 6. Touchdown, Blue Hens! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
It is good. That'll make it a 2-score game at 16-7. Stop the clock. The Blue Hens line it up with a first and goal. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They've got enough time to get another score, but they have to get the ball back on this onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
One of the most pristine settings in all of sports. In the shadows of the San Gabriels, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. It will come alive when the powder blue-clad fans start the 8-clap and UCLA ready to roll. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the score. Touchdown, UCLA! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play.
Ready to strike. The Bruins trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bruins!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that score exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, UCLA!
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the
They've ridden the boats down the Brazos, and now they're ready for their Baylor Bears to go to work here inside McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. He'll try to get it through the air. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Baylor! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 76 yards.
Making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Wide open spaces. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bears! They'll try to add another to their lead. extra point makes it 14-0. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drop. First and goal will score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well.
Welcome to the birthplace of college football, the campus of Rutgers University in Piscataway, New Jersey, where the game will be a little more technical, but no less intense than that showdown with Princeton in 1869. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a team from the American, the East Carolina Pirates, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up.
Back pocket.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be a
goal unit is on the field. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
On fourth down, is he kicking a long field goal? Is he going for it? It's decision time.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. They're now up 9-0.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick release on the RPO. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey.
It took them some time, but finally here at the end of the first half, they were finally able to get it right and score a touchdown. You know, I think oftentimes as an offensive coordinator, you've scripted your first 10 plays, things aren't working. You're looking for formations, you're looking for schemes you can run to finally break through, and that last drive might be what this offense needs to finally turn the corner. We'll see in the second half.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Between the uprights, it's good.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead.
Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Purple Pirates.
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
What a big play here as they try to tie it up with the 2 in the waning moments. To the air, it's Hauser. Makes the grab on the left. He barges his way into the end zone for the 2, and we are locked up. Some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. It'll all be decided right here. Win or lose on this kick. Cool as a cucumber. The game-winning field goal from 41. They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the New Mexico Lobos, taking on the 15th-ranked team in the land, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. On 2nd and goal from the 5. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game, but defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB is looking for.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job.
That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you got to have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They took it 71 yards down the...
Much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat.
Touchdown, New Mexico! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. The 40. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. Town, West Virginia, home to the Mountaineers and a fan base that has been, shall we say, preparing since early in the morning for the battle we have in store. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the James Madison Dukes, taking on a team from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started.
They throw it underneath. I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. and that helped lead to the home run.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead to the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. After making one field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. Field goal is good. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field.
Quarterback and make him make quick decisions.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Bringing it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Dukes.
Man, linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown. So you got the lead late in this football game. One more stop and there's a good chance you get the double.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football.
Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Looking for a big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the fourth quarter. They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing, because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State, as we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. But now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Slams it ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cyclones!
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
The first down marker. Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
He slides that just inside the right upright. Now the lead is down to 11. They 1st and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Iowa State. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with with the extra point. They're on top by 18.
Aggressive by this defense.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this.
Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium, home of the TCU Horned Frogs. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinals, taking on a team from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. First down, 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll pull it on the read. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. Break. And he crushes it right through the upright. It's good from 59.
Offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4.
And I think I understand the thought process.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a team from the American, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
Defensive success.
Wants to keep it in the air. Sets up the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. It's a running room. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
One thing this coach does a great job of, he gets his team ready to go, and you're seeing it here on the big stage.
Bringing the heat. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. You can send out the field goal unit, and he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Cover to pick up that first down. Unloads quickly. Touchdown, Clemson. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Defense defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They've got to shore up their play in the back half.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. From a Heisman to a Nagurski in their rich legacy, and today in Minneapolis, the Golden Gophers hope to add another memorable chapter. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Here he comes from inside his own 5. As if they're going to try a field goal. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. With them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Minnesota! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Wants to go up top. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Syracuse. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal.
Tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Absolutely center cut. Guys, we have a tie ball game here in the 4th.
Turn open. He throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot. And that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
It is perfect. And now they've taken the lead in the final 2 minutes and set the stage for a great finish.
They can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
To the air on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Taylor. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. Welcome to Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Hoosiers. We expect Memorial Stadium to be rocking because these fans have been getting ready since early this morning. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Put her off with a touchdown right here. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Indiana!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. To the air, it's Mendoza. Pressure coming. Looking deep. Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side. And he eluded the defense, and they'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And that kick. Motion from the back. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. Off to the races. Touchdown, Trojans! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Indiana! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over. And
send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
He splits the uprights, and that lead grows even bigger. Will be rocking this place. Today, a clash between 2 teams from the Sunshine State that will resonate from Dade to Duval. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Florida International Panthers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
Together, a good response from punting last drive.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. But they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. He's moving out of the pocket. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles! Effective establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football.
Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. As we'll see a team from the American, the UAB Blazers, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
Going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And the extra point makes it 7 yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. The snap sets up to throw. Takes the easy completion. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Illini.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football, he does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the leads. And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's 1st and goal on the 1. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Illini!
But you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Shines bright literally and figuratively on their old Kentucky home, and the Big Blue Nation ready to get behind these Wildcats in this one. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on a team from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. They'll go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Get to go have some fun.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Kentucky! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington State.
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a one-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And they'll try the field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Tap the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. Now here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Good, right down the boulevard. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13. Every second they can to try to rally here late. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
These crucial situations you practice so much. Inside of 2 minutes, they score, they win. Defensively, how do you bow your neck? You force a turnover, force the fumble, get the ball back to your offense. Go get me a few 1st downs. This one's over.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. To the ground with the back. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that 1st down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started.
Situations here on 3rd down.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Looking to get it in. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The old Larynx is going to get a workout today with all these Boomer Sooners cascading down here in Oklahoma.
I do love that about college football, the individual chance you get in. When you get going early,
2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play, you line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
And the extra point is good. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Backs looking for the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown Sooners!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And long. To the air, it's Mateer. Got it in the middle, it's Burks. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Sooners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Wheeler. Touchdown Sooners! Ball that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Welcome to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of the Panthers, in a program built on the backs of legends like Tony Dorsett, Hugh Green, Mark May, and Mike Ditka. Give it the toughness that is epitomized by anyone who plays in the Steel City. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see, a team from the American, the North Texas Mean Green, taking on a team from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
It's 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Pitt does here. He'll do it himself. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. From the left hash and 33 yards away. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Texas. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now, and I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, They believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different looking team than what we saw earlier.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the wall. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Panthers.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th.
Keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down, they're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Right on target this time. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.